And here we go. Case 2. Oh boy. I think it's pretty clear that I won't be beating this one today. I mean, would one chapter really be that long? Oh boy. Oh! What? Uh... What? 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 Okay, and stream also, the Twitch bot also noticed. And there we go. Ethan Rook's murder. 2 days after the incident, we visited the detention center. Naturally, we were hoping to meet with the defendant, Horace Knightley. His trial was set to begin the next day with me serving as the prosecutor. But he's dead. Oh boy, apparently I had some drop frames, but I hope those won't be too often. But yeah, now I'm playing with the 64-bit version. Maybe that'll stop the encoding overloads. I hope at least. And I also made the emulator a little quieter, because even though this game is full of bangers, even though the game is full of bangers, they were kinda a little loud last time when I checked the recording. But it should still be a decent volume, right? Oh yeah, wait, wow. Okay. Oh, that's Horace, alright. Wait. Oh no. I know why he's dead. He turned to the right. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? And here we go. Well, I guess that... No, let's do some other stuff first. Please don't smell that. Oh boy. I only have one question. How could a dog do it? Oh, this is the same message. Well, that's certainly a weird contraption. Wow. Wow. Quick question, when did Inception come out again? I mean, I know this is a late, The Imprisoned Turnabout. I know this is a later translation, but I still want to know, when did Inception come out? Wow, so it could... So technically, even if this was an official translation, they could have actually referenced it. It's oh god. Yeah. What another really weird thing nowadays is that, like, I think it was in game 3, at some point Grossberg says that his hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake, which of course was a dance before the meme, and the meme is not even related to the Harlem Shake, but yeah, it's weird seeing that nowadays. Did I investigate the whip directly? Yes, I did. And yep, already checked everything. Oh boy. Then why are you standing in it, Edgeworth? You are literally standing in the mud. I guess it's time to look at him. Of course he has a stupid chessboard. Let's look at this glove. Oh, oh, I can even examine that. Interesting. Everything's opposite, so chess plays smart people. That was it? Nothing on his body? Oh no, it's still about the glove. He also doesn't take them as a big deal because he does now always want the justice and not just a perfect record. And if he had lost, if he loses against Phoenix in something that turns out to be the truth, then of course he doesn't care. Just ice. Ice 9. All ice. Okay. And Pepsi. Always mix your 21-year-old whiskey with Pepsi. Okay, one thing I've noticed with this game that is not the case with the earlier ones. Hold on. Well, I can't really show it now, but in the other cases, it was always the case that wow. When you went from one hitbox to the next, the examine button usually went away. That's not always the case anymore. I don't quite like that. Looks like a ring. Okay, apparently that was not important. What? Let me check this area. I just did? Still, he's wearing some awfully dirty clothes, okay? I guess I must have checked for everything. Let's see if I did. Yep, already checked everything. Well, I should also see if Gunsha has anything to say. Yep, he does actually. So this is now like 4 days after the smuggling ring was busted. What even is To Kill or Destroy Identity? Oh wait, I actually just noticed, I think I have... Yeah, okay. I just noticed that I'm not actually on the, on my previous OBS settings anymore. I currently have it set to something with an, auto optimizer. But, yeah, let's just see. This song is Gumshoe's theme. Let's just see if the quality is alright. Okay. Now let's look into the logic. Yeah, the stacked sheets and the bloody sheets. They're used for covering up the blood. And that's it. Well, she is his apprentice. I'd say the murder weapon. What was the murder weapon? Where did it go? Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? It's Dan! I saw him on the cover of the Spotify album, that's why I'm not super surprised. You're? Oh, you? Are you? Yeah, this guy's voice is just Dan's voice. I didn't see the cover of the game. It's definitely very synthy, and I like synths. I think he actually looks more like Dan than Spike. Might be the beard. It's probably the beard that makes him look more like Dan. What? Excuse me? Well, he's not even in the profiles yet. So they know each other. Interesting. Can I look at his profile? Nope. What? Yeah, because you didn't get far in this case. Ray Shields. Is it literally just ray, like a sun ray, and shield? Or is there anything more to this pun? We don't do that in every fucking country of Europe.
Hold it!
Oh, there we go. Wow, God damn it, last case I even said I pity the guy that is the defense attorney of Knightley. Or did I say that about Albuquerque? I said it in one of the last two cases. Okay. Okay. One California roll. Man, you always gotta bring up my past. Well, that would probably mean that the last time they met was before Gumshoe was in the business. I keep missing when these frame drops happen, but they also don't seem that big. Not anywhere close to that one stream where it was like one every other second. Yeah, so... Oh, sorry. Which of these three is the name of this room? This is the... What? No, did you? I thought you said something different. Well, which one is this? Maybe check the prep. No. I guess this is the... What the fuck would this be? The entertainment room? Okay, it isn't. Okay. None of those were workroom! Fuck you! All three choices were wrong. I hate it when he does that. The inmates carry out various kinds of prison labor in here. It also serves as a rehab program, allowing them to receive job training in prison. So, how do they monitor this room? Who is in charge of the keys to the entrance? Prosecutor Edgeworth. Even your Uncle Ray doesn't have all the answers. Hey, you there, could you tell us? Yes, sir! This room doesn't use any locks and keys. Instead of locks, the doors are equipped with sensors. What do you mean by that? All the prison inmates are wearing electronic bracelets. When the bracelet passes through the door, it activates the sensor and... And Wii U. Like this is just the Wii U with one extra vowel every time. An alarm will sound. After a certain amount of time has passed, the bracelet will emit a painful shock. If the bracelets are tampered with, it will emit an electric shock 3 times more powerful. That's terrifying! This to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, although it seems a bit harsh. That's why whenever an inmate goes through a door, a guard has to accompany them to deactivate the sensor first. And that's that! I have no idea how to do a Dan voice. Dan has too nondescript a voice for me. Did any of the inmates use this workroom today? In the past days, no one has used this room, I'm sure of it. So not one inmate has entered this room today. Door sensor data. If that's the case, it raises a contradiction with the crime scene. Okay, then I'll just tweet at Ross and be like, yo, can you help me with this Let's Play? There is something in the crime scene that should not exist. I will use my powers of deduction and inspect the crime scene again. Okay, okay. Well, let's look at the That's just the same stuff again. Oh, does that happen with me too? Do I have to, like... I'm supposed to do something with the prisoner's bracelet. Is that the ring? Is that the bracelet?
Eureka!
No. Fucking remove the stupid blanket! That should not exist. What the fuck should not exist? Let me talk through that again. Wait, did I not talk about this yet? Why is it not skippable? The doors are equipped with sensors in order to prevent the inmates from escaping. And they try to escape from the room with an alarm... An alarm will sound. We I don't even know. I can't do a Dan voice. The alarm totally has not gone off once today. Oh, he should not exist. I thought they meant like the bracelet anywhere on his body. No, he should just not exist in this room right now. What's his Japanese name? Dan Abaddon? Well...
Eureka!
What? No, what? What? He should not exist in here! Okay, I'm gonna check again. Maybe he says where the bracelet is supposed to be. Tateyuki Shigaraki. Since in order to prevent the inmates from escaping, if they try to escape from the room, an alarm will sound. The alarm has not gone off. So not... It doesn't say where the... The alarm has not gone off. The alarm has not gone off means that nobody has been in here, but he is in here. The contradiction is that he is in this room. But I don't know how to point that out. Wow. Do they mean the glove?
Eureka!
They meant the glove. They didn't mean Knightley himself. Fucking... But if the inmates can't get... Oh, wait. Ah, shit. Knightley isn't an inmate yet. He's just in the detention center. According to the guard, it seems that no inmates were scheduled to enter this room today. However, a rubber glove used by the inmates was left in here. That is a direct contradiction. Then who left this rubber? Oh god, I cannot do this voice. I'm just trying to differentiate them. And who left this rubber glove in here, sir? I don't know yet. However, it seems that this rubber glove is connected to our case. Oh, there we go. And I even get healed. Guard, aside from the inmates and prison guards, does anyone else have access to this room? Yeah, I noticed that in that same message. Well, this is a prison facility after all. Only inmates and prison guards come here. Mr. Shields? What are you saying, man? There are others that come in here. Aside from inmates and prison guards, there are certain things that can enter this room. I know this is not Dan, but I'm just making that his voice now. Are you talking about them? But they're... Mr. Shields, what are these things that you speak of? Should be obvious. You came all the way here without seeing one, Prosecutor Edgeworth? Professor Edgeworth? Wow. Usually you can find them walking around the prison facility. Well, you'll see once you leave this room, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Hey, you just say that to get Mr. Edgeworth to leave, pal. What now? Don't you trust me? Mr. Detective, you have this big body but a small mind. What do you say, pal? Detective Gumshoe. Sorry, sir. Come on, follow me. I'll show you what Uncle Ray has been talking about. This place is a little different from your normal prison. What the f- There are more than just the prisoners and guards living here. It's... what? Just tons of animals. And according to the guard, they introduced animal therapy here. So, okay, animal therapy, that makes sense. Each prisoner is assigned one animal. In other words, they totally receive a pet partner. Huh, that seems kind of fun. Plus, learning to take care of the pet is a great qualification to have. Ah, so you mean that workroom? Yep, that's where the prisoners practice taking care of their pets. Reke. So that, the thing you mentioned, that could enter the crime scene is... Right, these animals. But that doesn't make any sense, pal! Why would an animal leave behind a rubber glove? Quite right. But the fact remains that they could have entered the crime scene. Mr. Edgeworth, can you please talk sense to this man? Mr. Shields, are the animals allowed to go wherever they please? Most of the doors in this prison are fitted with sensors. The sensors not only sound an alarm in response to the prisoner's bracelets, they also respond to the animal's microchip and open the doors for them. Microchip? It's like a tiny machine embedded under the animal's skin. All it takes is a simple injection, and the microchip is inserted. What? That sounds painful! At first, it's not that painful. But anyway, since the animals aren't criminals, they're allowed to move around freely. How ironic. The ones with the most freedom in this prison are the animals. Door sensor data updated. Probably, yeah, because of the animal stuff. But still, they can't go out of the prison. prison's entrance does not have a sensor. Oh? Bell? Is that a bell? What's that? It's the dog. Ruff. Ruff. What's this? A dog? This dog. It has a bell on its collar. Was this the sound that we heard earlier? Oh my god! It's my favorite character now, by the way. Miss Edra, why are you glaring at each other? I mustn't lose! Mr. Edgeworth, you're not good with dogs, are you, sir? I'll tame that dog myself. Here, boy! Here, boy! Here, boy! Come here! It completely ignored me, sir. Compared to the other animals, there's something different about this one. I'm sensing a great hostility towards me only. Well, now that I've introduced you to the animals, what's next on the agenda? Of course, with questions related to the case, pal. Yes, we should gather information about the state of things when the body was discovered. We'll start with you in that cell. Tell us what you know. That guy's a golem. He's completely ignoring me, sir. You there. Do you know anything about the incident? Ugh, he's scary. Don't be so cold. Come on, you can talk to us. Oh, how about an introductory hug? It's time. What was that? Sorry, was Soccer Race joke a little too much? Exercise time. This man is clearly odd. I need to get some answers from him. Oh boy, that was still a weird, like, frame drop, but no, it wasn't a frame drop, it was a slowdown, but it didn't display an encoding overload. Huh. But at least they don't seem nearly as bad as last stream. Your name is... Me? Wait, no. Me? I'm prisoner D259. Jailbird. My name's Jailbird. Man, my parents couldn't have gotten me a better name so I wouldn't become a criminal, huh? Gotta raise my metabolism. I can't let my muscles rest. Muscles aside, it looks like you've lost a lot of weight. Half of the matches won even before it has begun. Yeah, gotta make the weight limit. Are you entering some kind of tournament? Ah, perhaps as a boxer. Yeah, I'm a former boxer, but exercise is just a hobby of mine. Well then, it sure looks like that it's the bear's hobby too. He's hanging on you like an apron. So cute! This is Rocky, the polar bear. He's my partner. He's loosened his tongue. Maybe we can try asking him now. Where were you and Rocky at the time of the incident? I don't know anything. I got nothing to say to you. That's for me to decide. Now answer the question. Didn't I just tell you? I know nothing. There's no intention of he has no intention of talking. In that case, you've got no choice but to use that. Yes, since if he insists that he has nothing to do with this, we'll just have to prove there's a connection. Mr. Elbird, By all means, you will tell us what you know. Now, let's analyze the situation. Okay. This is gonna be, I think if I actually voice act this entire game, I need to drink a lot more. Especially with voices like this. Or Gumshoe! Gumshoe is actually really hard on my throat. That's the water gun. Thank you, emojis. Okay, he's got a knight and a queen. A fighting stance. It seems that he has become agitated. In these circumstances, a direct confrontation would be pointless. When my opponent becomes agitated, I should calmly wait and see. When I see an opening, I will not hold back. Now let's question him about his knowledge of the incident. To start with, I'll ask him about his movements today. I have to tire him out before the sound of the bell. Begin logic chess. What do you do today? Can you tell me what you have done today? Answer me! Huh? You want to fight with me? Getting a fighting stance. Wait and see. What? Are you throwing the towel already? This is not a fist fight. Welcome to the war that is chess. By the way, hasn't all that moving around tired you out? Don't underestimate my stamina. You want to test me with that body of yours? Yeah, but I always try to look at them, but then they're gone already. Wait and see. I ain't tired at all. Well, first off, I held back in my training today. I just stayed quietly in my cell. Quietly? Then what's with all the sweat? Buzz off! That's all I've got to say. I'm getting a little tired. Didn't you stay quiet in your cell? You're a well-trained boxer. However, you need more practice in the art of lying. Getting a little tired? That's not possible. You said you stayed quietly in your cell just a moment ago. Wow, one pawn killed that knight. You suck. Rocky, it looks like this is gonna be a tough opponent. Whoa! He's taking off his weighted clothing. This man, it looks like he's still hiding something. Next, I'll ask him about the time of the incident. I do not need to use fists. My words alone are enough for a KO. What were you doing at the time? Do you recall what you were doing at the time of the incident? Sleeping. Rocky was too. The incident happened just a few moments ago. You look wide awake to me. Wait and see. Muscle strength while they're resting. Sleep is important. Well then, I'm sorry to have woken you up. Rest is a part of training, right? Oh. So you get it after all. Not bad, Mr. Prosecutor. How did you know I'm a prosecutor? Is that really important? I don't recall ever introducing myself as a prosecutor. How did you know? That's the conversation we had when we first entered this room. Were you, by any chance, eavesdropping on us? In that case, there's no way you could have been asleep. You lied to us. You got me there. You pack a nice punch. Yeah, I lied about sleeping. So what? I was just exercising in this room. You got a problem with that? Well, I know he was awake. I should remember this clue. When the incident occurred, did you notice anything unusual about the prison? Huh? Answer the question. Answer the question. What was the situation like at the time of the incident? Sorry, but I got no answers for you. I was asleep then. Rocky was too. Let's try using that clue.
Weren't you exercising?
Hold on, I just noticed I need to turn off flux. Stop telling such an obvious lie. Didn't you admit it earlier? You were exercising. Yup, it is. Looks like I just ate a counter. Your back's against the ropes and there's no way out. Just confess already. Hey, quiet down a bit. If outsiders like you make a racket, you'll frighten the animals again. What do you mean by again? You've been persistent. However, I'm afraid you're about to hit the mat. You said again just now. Did something happen earlier? To frighten the animals? And he's gone! Yeah. Damn it! How could I have gotten sucker punched like that? Yeah, that was this great scream back then. It startled the animals. Dang, I would never have lost in the real ring. Checkmate. Yeah, that one was way easier. And I hope we don't have too much jailbird left. Oh, you know what this guy would probably be good at? Chess boxing. I believe this proves that you do know something about the case. There, okay, I'll talk. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't lose focus, Kay. The real game has just begun. Let's just stop for a moment. Uncle Ray's got one important thing to say. It must be fate that has brought us together after all these years. I have received the opportunity to observe your skills carefully, and I'll be giving a detailed report to that person about how much you've grown. Who's that person? No, it's that person. You didn't know? The truth is, this doesn't concern Kay. She doesn't need to know. See, I'm used to the German version of Patrick Star, so I have a completely different voice for that in my head. For Patrick, I would actually go like, wait, oh there, you scared me. Don't get so worked up. That's almost big. You can do what you like, it doesn't matter to me. I'll probably use that voice for a later character too. Yeah, me neither. How have you been leading your life ever since you were trained by the Von Karma way? I'm sure that person would be interested. I feel that it's my duty to report it to him. Duty. I expose your mistake here. I won't let you disappoint him any further. Mr. Edgeworth, just what are you guys talking about? Don't concern yourself with it. Our only opponent now is Elbert. Oh, can't we please stop having Elbert? Well then, let's hear it. What do you know about the case? Yeah. I'm making him a surfer dude because I don't know how to do a Dan voice. You're gonna be sorry. Recreation time ended around 10 a.m. I returned to this room and went straight to my training. Just as I counted to 2, I heard a voice shout out, "Ah, I've been stabbed!" Sounded like someone in pain, calling out for help, because of stabbing. But I couldn't do anything since I was locked up in my cell, so I went back to my training. That's odd. You really weren't bothered by that shout? Even if I was, there was nothing I could do. Look out for the number 1 before you look out for others. That's the basic rule in prison. Indeed. Even if he wanted to take a look, he'd still be locked in his cell. Is all that training equipment yours? You seem to have quite a collection. Yeah. I got them from the supplier. Supplier? You can get just about anything if you put it in order. It's our secret shop. Okay, that's quite convenient. So if Uncle Ray wanted a cute girl, in that case you should order a book on how to give testimony. Because I'm going to knock you down for the count in one hit, man. One hit, man. You got a KO me? Stop kidding around. Hey, don't ignore your Uncle Ray. Rebuttal. Okay, so let's see. Congregation tape, 5 into around 10 a.m. I returned to this room and started my training. Since I counted to 2, I heard a voice shout out, "Alright, been stabbed." Yeah. Stabbing victim. Stabbing victim's last words. What are you gonna do? Stab me? Oh. Yeah, I'm still getting slowdown, but it doesn't trigger an encoding overload at least. Couldn't do anything since I was locked up in my cell, so I went back to my training. If this place wasn't a prison, Mr. Knightley would have been able to get help. I don't believe he could have been saved. Huh? But what if someone had come running to his aid? Albert is clearly lying. But what possible reason would we have for this? To find out or to point out the contradiction? Okay, let's see real quick. Died instantly. So he did not, in fact, shout out, "Arg! I have been stabbed!" My voice is gonna be dead by the end of this. I do not envy Let's Players who have to do this every day. Can you hear my voice clearly? Why you mocking me? Joke's on you, Hydrobot, I just did that. The victim received a fatal blow to the throat, which means he couldn't possibly have screamed. See, the worst part of it is really just Albert, and I don't think he's gonna be in this entire case. So why did you hear a non-existent scream? There should have been a scream. I could also try changing his voice a little to just be deep, without the rasp. There should have been one. Dang it! I ought to rip that smug look off your face. Yeah, you're right. I never heard a scream. The one who heard it was the guy in the next cell. Oh, please no! The next cell? The next cell? Aye, what's up? Yeah, I heard the scream. Recreation time had just ended. It happened after we returned to our cells. So then I tell that guy, I heard the great scream. Can you describe that scream for me? Oh wait, no, that was Edgeworth. Sure, I never told the guy about the contents of the scream though. Aye! Someone come quickly! Events been something like that. So it wasn't the victim, but rather it was the first person to discover the body who screamed. I see. That solves that mystery. So there was nothing wrong with Mr. Albert's testimony. Is that really true? Or is there a problem with Albert's testimony? Sure there is. No, in this case a few problems have presented itself. Mr. Albert, why did you not hear the scream? It's odd that he didn't hear the scream, sir. Hey you! Why didn't you hear the scream, pal? No, I'm not gonna give Kay a French accent. Gah! Aye! You guys, do you suspect me? I was shut up in this stupid cell the whole time. How could I have killed someone in the workroom? That would be impossible, wouldn't it?
Yeah, none of us could have killed him. If we could have killed him, we would have already killed you guys by now. Hey!
You guys don't think you're going to get out of this prison alive. I nearly forgot, despite being locked inside cages, these guys are still dangerous criminals. That was a bit too deep for Edgy.
Looks like we got ourselves a pretty bad situation here.
What can I do? I can't talk to them in these circumstances.
What? What? Overruled! Is she a judge? Please be silent.
What? Who are you? Can't you see we're busy here?
Silence is golden.
What the?
Now, your hands.
What?
You shall remain silent while the judgment under the judgment of the law. You should be thankful you get to live your life without the need of money. You are to receive the blessings of the goddess of law.
I don't think I gave her a good voice, I think.
Guard, if you would please.
Congratulations! You get to spend the night in the disciplinary room. That's... No! Not there! Anywhere but there!
Oh god, thank you. Accept this wonderful blessing. Let your heart be reborn. Cast away your sins.
Oh, I think the voice actually fits relatively well. Stop it! No!
O goddess of law, give this man your blessings. I thank thee.
You are...
My name is Justine Courtney. Fuck off! I am privileged to be a judge, an emissary of the strength of the law.
A judge, you say? Why are you here?
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I came to meet with you personally. I convey the will of the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee. That is my appointed task. Why do you have to say it again, Kay? What's that? Same. Do not use that name so lightly. Those are the sacred words of the goddess of law.
Since little Kay doesn't know, Uncle Ray will explain it to her. The PIC is an assembly comprised of 11 members. Their job is to check if prosecutors are doing their jobs properly. If I'm not mistaken, its members are elected from politicians and those of the legal profession. So, I take it you are one of those members?
Indeed. I'm thankful they judged me worthy of such a task.
I too am thankful that I was able to meet you here. How about a hug for thankfulness?
The prosecutory... the PIC... The PIC also shares deep ties with the Bar Association.
Hey, I was just kidding. No need to make such a scary face.
So your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them? Well said. May you be blessed by the goddess of law.
I'm trying to do like a softer Palutena for her.
Our job is to remove problematic prosecutors from their cases. And so, those people not fit to be prosecutors will be stripped of their prosecutor's badge.
For real! Fucking for real! What business does this whatchamacallit committee? Thank you, Gumshoe. Have with Mr. Edgeworth, pal. We're in the middle of an investigation here. And who are you? Let me, Wow, you're thick. Seriously, how thick-headed can you be? And just who do you think you are, pal?
Me? I'm a prosecutor.
Wait, no, that was already the Shelly to Killer voice.
Me? I'm a prosecutor. Sebastian the Best is my name. Haven't you heard of me? At the prosecutor's office, everyone calls me the best. Ah, I'm so beloved there.
He's not voiced by ProZD, right? I've never heard of you.
Hey you, Mr. Flatfoot. You've heard of me, right?
This is the first time, pal.
Oh well, it can't be helped. There's no way someone who's so thick on the intake could have good ears.
Don't you mean slow on the uptake?
I suppose it's only natural as Sebastian only became a prosecutor last month.
He's just a rookie prosecutor?
Right, the best rookie prosecutor in the office. Or so he plans to be. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm here to clean up the mess you made. What do you mean?
The pick intends to have me replaced. That much is clear. Mr. The Best, I know what you're trying to say. However, I have not been informed of this. Your Honor, I would like an explanation.
Very well. This judgment has been passed under the name of the Goddess of Law. The incident at the President's welcoming event and the murder of Horace Knightley, the prosecutor has decreed that you will be taken off this case, and Sebastian has been appointed to take over the case. That is all.
What? You can't just take him off this case like that, pal! Your Honor, I think I asked you for an explanation.
The judgment is guilty. The Goddess of Law's verdict is absolute.
I have done nothing to warrant this be taken off this case.
You don't remember? Very well. In that case, I shall remind you of your past crimes.
Oh shit, is she gonna bring up fucking I-15?
You boarded the President's plane, which was protected by extraterritorial rights. And then, of all things, you ordered a search of the President's personnel. A single mistake could have sparked an international incident.
Whoa! Whoa! She has a long-range gavel!
You crossed the line as a prosecutor. You've gravely overstepped your authority.
I'll admit my actions may have gone against the rules. However, if I had not taken the risk, I'm certain the truth would have never been found. Oh no, I meant I-15, not 15. I have never considered my actions as a mistake. Oh, you meant... Oh, yeah, wait. No, the Edgeworth crime in that one was using the illegal evidence, is what I meant.
So, you're saying that as long as the end justifies the means... Justify the means? It's alright to ignore the rules. That is an extremely dangerous way of thinking. No one is above the rules. That is the spirit of law.
I'm sorry, but I cannot accept your way of thinking.
I see. That's a shame. Even so... The gavel must slam down at the conclusion of a trial. Even if you, or the defense attorney, or the suspect do not consent to the verdict, all you can do is accept the blessings of the goddess of law. Or will you fight it and risk losing your badge?
She means to take my badge if I don't obey.
Ah!
That's too bad.
It seems you understand. Now then, guards, please proceed.
Hold it right there!
Hey, what are you doing? Are you supposed to be on our side?
That's honestly very likely.
You should listen to the new prosecutor in charge.
I don't want to work for you, pal!
But isn't that your job of a flatfoot? Isn't that the job of a flatfoot?
We're at an overwhelming disadvantage here. It's useless to resist any longer. Yeah, it's very interesting. Oh, yeah. That could also be. Detective Gumshoe, you are now under Mr. De Best's authority. But that's... Your Honor,
Yes, what is it?
this does not mean I've accepted your decision. We will meet again. I keep forgetting my Edgeworth voice every single time.
Certainly, I look forward to that day.
Let's go, Kay. Nope, that's not Edgeworth's voice.
Yeah.
Wait, don't forget. I'll be reporting today's events to that person. To be continued. I'll definitely be able to get another chapter done before Rewind.
Mr. Edgeworth, just what happened yesterday. Those two people, their attitude was just unforgivable. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm here to clean up the mess you made.
Oh my god.
The prep has decreed that you will be taken off this case. And Sebastian here has been appointed to take over the case. That is all.
Judge Courtney and Mr. De Best. They were certainly ruthless. But what I'm more concerned about is... just what is the pick thinking? I'm worried about what they will do from here on. I have a bad feeling about this. Does it? Dag. Okay.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening.
You're not going to give up on this case, are you?
No, I don't plan on backing down. Not with the current situation as it is. If I were to silently stand by, that would only validate their claims. But I no longer have investigation rights. What should I do now? What is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Bad news, sir. I heard something's down at the precinct. Sounds like they've already arrested a subject in yesterday's case.
What? Who is it?
I don't know yet, sir. But if we go down to the detention center, we can ask. Let's get going, Mr. Edgeworth.
Even if I can't investigate, meeting with the suspect should not be an issue. Alright, we're heading over to the detention center now.
I'll also head over on the double, sir.
Detective, Won't that interfere with your job?
I gotta investigate the scene of the crime anyway, so it should be okay, sir.
No, please! Alright, we'll meet up with you there.
Roger, sir.
Let's go. Oh wait, that's Edward. Let's go, Kay.
Okay.
Let's go, Kay. Kay. He's not coming, is he?
Oh, he's not coming, is he? He's not. It's happening all over again.
Don't joke about that. No, man, I mean it. It's not happening. Yes, it's happening, alright. That's just someone here to talk to you. Or I guess, who is it?
That sounds like a pretty screechy voice, huh?
Screechy.
No, wait, no, wait, no, wait!
Don't be so stubborn.
What are prosecutors like crazy scary or something? Always giving you a death glare.
Is that voice terrible? Should I change it? Pardon me, but would you happen to be the suspect?
Ah, I knew it!
Okay, why does this man seem so distraught?
Well, because you're, you.
That doesn't help me at all.
Hello, Mr. Suspect. Would you mind talking to us a little bit?
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. Well, it's just a part-time job. I'm just taking a vacation from my real job.
I don't remember hiring you.
This is Mr. Edgeworth. He's a prosecutor, but he's not as scary as he looks, so it's okay.
How rude.
Really?
Yeah, at that point it becomes way too hot.
Really, really.
Really.
Anyway, can you tell us your name, Mr. Suspect?
Yeah, I'm Simon Keys.
Kayas Keys. Nice to meet you, Simon. You can just call me Kay, Kay?
I'm Miles Edgeworth, a prosecutor. I would appreciate a word with you.
Please, it's for your own good, Simon.
Really?
Finally, looks like we'll be able to get something out of him thanks to Kay. Simon Keys. First, I'd like you to tell me a little about yourself.
No way, not that. I couldn't do that. Impossible. I'm not worthy. There's nothing interesting about me.
Your occupation?
No way, not that. It's no big deal, honest. Yeah, I'm just a regular employee.
Good grief. Horse Knightley. About the victim, Knightley. I don't think he's going to talk to me about this. Okay?
Simon, did you know Knightley, Mr. Knightley from somewhere?
Knightley, yeah, I did. He was a friend.
It might have something to do with the last name. The Keys part. Friend, so did he know that Knightley was arrested?
Did you know that? Mr. Knightley was arrested.
Yeah, I came here to meet him.
So he visited the detention center too. When was that?
When did you visit him here?
It was 2 days ago, in the afternoon. I received a call from the police, so I came over right away.
From the police?
Why do you get a call from the police?
It was a request from Knightley. He had a message for me.
Yeah, is it Simon or Simon?
A message?
Yeah, he wanted me to bring him his pocket-sized chessboard. So I retrieved it from his house and came here to give it to him.
Did he say chessboard? Time for a duel!
Did you say chessboard?
Oh my god! Is Case stealing my thoughts?
No, Mr. Edgeworth, it's just written on your face. Also on the top screen. I was just guessing from your facial expressions. See, I could be useful assistant, right? So, oh my god. So do you know what we need to do next? You bet. We gotta show that to Simon, right? Correct. Let's present it to see how he reacts. Oh no, present is a different button. Do you recognize this chessboard?
Yeah, that's Knightley's.
Just as I thought.
This was found near Mr. Knightley's corpse.
He always carried a chessboard with him. It's just like him to have one until his last breath.
It sounds like you two were really close. Why do I have to do that stupid voice when it's a sad moment? We're really close, Simon.
Yeah, we were best friends. At least I thought we were. But maybe I was wrong.
Huh?
Because I never imagined he would murder someone.
Having someone close to you turn out to be a murderer. Reality can be so cruel. It's not something most people can easily accept.
And I never imagined he would part ways like this.
Mr. Edgeworth, something's definitely strange here. There's no way Simon could have killed Mr. Knightley. Indeed, I certainly can't see a motive at all. However, the fact remains that he was the one who was arrested on that charge. Just what was the justification for doing so? So, why were you arrested? I guess he still doesn't respond to me.
Well, I don't know.
Looks like he's finally warming up to you.
No, that's a great help.
This morning, a police officer barged into my house.
This is... Murderee is a great word.
And before I knew it, he had brought me here.
Was there a prosecutor accompanying him at that time?
I remember a prosecutor called Best or something was there too.
So, it was that rookie prosecutor.
Then I guess the police haven't dragged you into questioning yet, huh?
Are the police going to interrogate me?
Yep, that's right. Because you're the suspect.
No, wait. Are detectives like crazy abusive or something? Always bossing you around with their big bodies?
Detective Gumshoe is on the scene.
Ah! I knew it! Please don't beat me with the thick arms.
Thick.
I can't take it anymore. Someone call the police.
What's gotten into him, sir? Well, it's because you're you, detective. Huh? I don't get it, sir.
I know Simon has to be innocent, Mr. Edgeworth. Can we do something?
Simon Keys.
Yes?
You were Mr. Knightley's best friend. You only just met him 2 days ago. You say you didn't kill him. Are you certain about this?
Yes, I am. I wouldn't harm a fly.
I see. That's enough for me. I shall offer my assistance in proving your innocence.
Huh? What's the point in helping little old me?
It's not just for you. This case, I have a personal stake in it as well.
That's right, we gotta get back at those two from yesterday. Yeah! I'm fired up, sir.
These are not aquatic. But I don't have any investigation rights at the moment. Since I won't be able to obtain information myself, your role is most vital. I'm sure we can rely on you to fill in any holes in the information we have. Help us help you, that's all I ask.
Ah, I just had an idea. Why don't you just borrow a defense attorney's badge, sir? Come on, there's no way Mr. Edgeworth could do that. This isn't the time to be joking around.
But I wasn't joking, though.
Helping the suspect is a defense attorney's job, pal. Jeez, don't worry about that. It doesn't matter what Mr. Edgeworth's job is. All we gotta do is find the real murderer.
I can't notice any difference.
So let's get moving. Okay, pal?
I'm sure you understand, but if the investigation results prove that you are the murderer, no hard feelings, but I will show no mercy.
Yeah!
But you don't need to be scared. I believe in your story, at least for now. All you need to do is believe in us and wait patiently. There's nothing to fear. Now if you'll excuse me, I must be off. Eat free, live free in prison. Oh my god. And his name is Simon.
So, we're all fired up and ready to go. But we still can't enter the part of the prison where the murder occurred.
Where the murder occurred! Murder.
If you can't investigate, the only thing you can do now is defend him in court, sir. How are we supposed to do that? We can't.
Who is that?
Huh? If it is Prosecutor Edgeworth and his merry gang, what are you guys doing here? Do you come here to arrest Mr. Edgeworth again, pal? What are you talking about, big guy? Uncle Ray's just here to do his job. Your job? Oh yeah, you're a defense attorney, right? Okay, you're as beautiful as ever.
Beautiful?
I might not look like it, but you're Uncle Ray's hotshot defense attorney. I'm here to meet with a new client today. What was his name again? Shy Monkeys or something.
Shy Monkeys! Really? Oh my god! What? You mean Simon Keys?
That's okay. Looks like you know the deal.
Mr. Edgeworth? He's the defense attorney. I thought as much. Guess we have no choice but to resort to that method. In the past, whenever I had to investigate cases I was not placed in charge of, I was able to gain access by becoming a subordinate to whomever was in charge. Not my preferred option, but it's the only one I have now. Mr. Shields, if I may ask.
By the way, I don't take on sidekicks.
Well, fuck. Fuck you too. Go fuck yourself.
I refuse to take on male assistants who lack charm, especially someone who was like a son to Von Karma.
Mr. Shields, as I thought, you won't forgive me so easily. Mr. Shields, I understand that you cannot forgive me for what I've done. I am also fully aware of your hatred towards those involved with Von Karma. I don't know if you'll believe me, but I am no longer the same as I was back then, back when I idolized Von Karma. For real. Yeah, pal, Mr. Edgeworth is a changed man. Sure, he may have been a cruel, inhuman prosecutor in the past, but now he's completely different, pal. When you put it that bluntly, it kind of hurts, to be honest. That's right, Mr. Edgeworth's not a bad guy anymore. I wouldn't even call him prosecutor. He's more like, a hero. Yeah. He even helped me out in that big case last month. A hero? That's pretty big talk there, Missy. He's a magnificent hero, although he'd be no match for a great thief like me. Mr. Shields, don't the actions of the pick appear strange to you? I believe there may be something else hidden behind this case. I can't afford to quit at this juncture. Please let me help you with the investigation. I am begging you. For real? I never expected you to grovel like this. Grovel? I don't know how to pronounce that. Grovel, I guess. It sure looks like you're changed. It sure looks like a change, all right. I'm kind of interested in the cause of all of this. You're interested in what changed me? Fair to say, it would probably be the courtroom itself. All the experiences I've had, and all the people I've met inside the courtroom. And perhaps reuniting with my old friends. I never expected you of all people to change. Who would have thought that you'd lay open your heart like that? I'm sure that man would be surprised as well, because I could turn you away. It may be long overdue, but allow me to properly reintroduce myself. You would be so kind as to read this. Edgeworth Law Offices, Raymond Shields, Head Attorney. What? Edgeworth? Mr. Shields was an assistant to my deceased father, Gregory Edgeworth. Really? Your father was a defense attorney? So that means that man Mr. Shields is talking about? Correct my cute little K, Prosecutor Edgeworth's old man, but he's dead. I never changed the name of the firm. It's my way of showing my appreciation for his help. He's a fucking ghost! Prosecutor Edgeworth. No wait. Miles. Uncle Ray doesn't fully trust you just yet. It may have been temporary, but the fact remains, you were once a disciple of Von Karma. You say that you've changed, but you never prove it to me with your actions. But you'll need to prove it to me with your actions. Oh my god, will Ray turn out to have a Magatama and channel Gregory Edgeworth? Even your old man would have wanted it this way. Yes, I understand. Alright, I'm getting tired of all this stuffy talk, so let's give it a rest and move on. For now, I'll make you my temporary assistant. How does that sound? I'm sorry to trouble you, but this outcome's kind of moving, eh? The prodigal son returning to work in his late father's law firm. Oh my god, he comes back as a channeling. He's like, why do people always have to bring up how I died? What about me? What about me? Of course you can help too, Kay. Alright, thanks a lot, Mr. Shields. I mean, boss. Now then, let's get right to work. Let's see. First up, what do you think we should do, Miles? That's right. I had some unfinished business yesterday. Oh, so I wasn't a victim. but rather it was the first person to discover the body who screamed. Why don't we find them and listen to what they have to say? Yeah, that's it. Uncle Ray thinks so too. Oh my god. Huh, upbeat as always. Okay, with that decided, let's hurry up and grill him. Sir, what am I supposed to do? Detectives can't help defense attorneys. I can't just leave him be. Detective, I will give you a special assignment. I want you to assist Mr. DeBest in his investigation and follow his orders. And then, if you discover anything useful, I want you to share it with us. Detective, this is a job that only you can do. Can we count on you? Oh yeah! Yes sir, leave it to me. I'm really good at leaking investigation reports to defense attorneys. Normally, that would be a problem for me, but it may come in handy this time. Alright, let's get moving, shall we? Time to go to jail. Is that... Wait! Is that Pali? Now then, where's the person who first discovered the body? Does that mean Yanni Yogi's in that prison cell? For now, all we can do is ask around. Hold it right there. What? Who is this woman? Excuse me, but...
Oh, you are simply irresistible. You are simply irresistible.
I can't do many girl voices.
Oh, you are simply irresistible.
Huh? Do you mean me?
Very nice indeed. What an elegant mustache.
It's a pleasure to meet you, mademoiselle. Defense Attorney Ray Shields at your service. How about we exchange greetings with a hug?
Oh, but of course.
I can't... Should I just give her an old voice? I don't know. Uncle Ray's lips.
A proper greeting should begin with a hug and a kiss. It's almost like
it was stolen from him. Yes, a remarkable feat of quickness that would put a great thief to shame.
I feel like that close contact is very important. This goes for my family here in my home as well.
Quite a splendid way of thinking here.
I'm the warden, Patricia Rowland.
Patrol! They stole this in spirit of justice.
Oh please, just call me Patty.
The warden? So she's in charge of the prison and detention center. Nice to meet you, I'm Miles Edgeworth. I'm Mr. Shield's assistant. Pardon me for asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday?
But of course! Yesterday was a day that I wouldn't have missed for the world.
Oh my god, I'd only just noticed. It's like fucking Lesser Dog. Wouldn't have missed for the world? Did you have something kind of important? Did you have some kind of important meeting?
Oh heavens no, I despise meetings. It was an animal show, of course. A wonderful spectacle featuring animals dancing and flying through the air. I always see it along with everyone else in our home. We're one big happy family. We built a special stage in the courtyard just for the performance.
A performance for the... for the prisoner's enjoyment. Yesterday, Albert mentioned some kind of recreation. I suppose the animal show was what he was referring to. When did the show take place?
It started at 8 a.m. and ended around 10.
That's exactly when the body was discovered. So whoever saw the show probably have an alibi.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get going. I have business to attend to. Please take your time and have a look around our home.
There's still that tiny point, the tiny pony.
So where should we start, Mr. Edgeworth?
There's a prisoner who heard the scream from the person who first discovered the body. Let's start by talking with him.
I cannot even examine Pali. I can examine the horse, though.
They even have a pony. Little kids could ride it.
How nice! It's like a zoo!
Although, it's the humans who are treated like animals in here.
Do you think they'd find out if I took one home with me?
I think that if you did that, you'd be the one behind bars.
And a pig.
It's a pot-bellied pig. Let's hope it doesn't become dinner.
How nice! It's like a zoo!
Although, it's the humans who are treated like animals in here. Blah 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 blah. No one's here.
This person was taken to the disciplinary room. I wonder when he'll be back.
Who knows? I'm sure he won't be allowed to return so easily.
He was on the verge of tears. He really didn't want to go.
Indeed, his reaction was quite extreme. I wonder, what sort of punishment awaits him?
Waterboarding. Hey, something's written here.
Yes, it's some information about this inmate.
Wow. What the fuck, man? Inmate number D258, species Convictus brutus. Despite his ferocious appearance, he is a herbivore. His partner is Gwen the penguin. He has good acting skills and a great stage performance. Delivers powerful testimonies. So it says.
It's just like one of those information signs at the zoo. This prison is bad.
Also, wasn't prisoner of this cell, let's see. Inmate number 259, okay. Species sea cell on the right.
That's a shoddy explanation.
His partner is Rocky the polar bear. He's a former boxer who enjoys training to lose weight. His muscles are tough, but he's a big softie. He's an omnivore, so it says.
Who is this information for?
I love that it's literally just C plaque on the right. Okay, who are you?
Where is the person who first discovered the body right now?
Wait, I gave him like a racist Italian New Yorker voice. Around this time, I think he should. I can't do his voice anymore. Around this time, I think he should be in the workroom. I'll only give people voices when they have an image now. Should be in the workroom at the back.
The workroom? I should go take a look.
Hello? This is occupied? Okay, that's not a restroom. Hey guard, do you have a minute?
Sir, what is it?
Is anyone using that workroom right now?
Presently, there's only one prisoner working inside. I'm positive he's been in there since the noon roll call. We would like to ask the prisoner a few questions, if that is acceptable. Yes, sir, I will bring him out, so please wait a moment. I'll leave this to you, Miles. But what do you mean? Because I don't know what kind of scary guy will come out of that room. Mr. Shields, you're a scaredy cat? Even though you're an adult? Save the UK. I think I might know this. Yup!
Oh, good day to you, sirs! Are you the ones who requested my presence?
He doesn't seem like a dangerous criminal. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor.
A prosecutor, is that right?
I'm Ray Shields, a defense attorney. Mr. Shields, his demeanor completely changed once he saw who he was dealing with. Sorry about that. My assistant says strange things sometimes. He's not a prosecutor, just my assistant. Hey, get your act together, Miles. I guess I messed up. I forgot about my new job.
No wonder I thought you were different from the prosecutor who visited me yesterday.
It looks like he's already spoken to the best. May we ask you a few questions?
Oh yes, of course you may.
Huh.
My name is Frank Sowit.
Okay, go for it, Miles. I guess I'll be asking the questions after all. Mr. Sawit, you are aware of the murder that occurred here yesterday, correct? Where were you when the body was discovered?
I was in this room where I had been working.
What kind of work?
Well, my goal is to become a pet groomer. An animal beautician, so to speak. Oh yes, I was inside cultivating my skills.
In any other prison, such training would be unheard of.
That was all, honestly. I did not see a thing.
Huh? Why did he say that? I haven't even asked him anything yet.
Which is why he's sad to say I won't be any help to you.
Hold it!
Mr. Sawit, I haven't asked you anything yet.
No, wait, that's... Even if you were to ask, I would not.
You know something, don't you?
Oh, that's...
It seems he is indeed hiding something. Let's try to press it out of him. Chess time? Chess time. First, let us assess the layout of the board. My opponent's condition is... Jesus! Wow, that bishop does not even have a cut in his head. Pawn, bishop, and queen.
I'm afraid I didn't see a thing, so I won't be any help to you.
This man's expressions do not change much. It's a true poker face. It may be difficult to read his emotions from his body language. Perhaps I should focus on how he phrases his words. It may reveal what's on his mind. Now, for the opening move, I'll start by asking about who this man is. Even if he hides his emotions, if I push the right buttons, I'm sure I cause a change. Are you involved in this case? Are you involved in this case?
Are you referring to the murder that occurred inside this prison? I had nothing to do with it at all.
Is that true?
I would never dream of being involved in a murder plot. How should I put it? I'm an upright, model citizen after all.
You're an upright model citizen? Common sense tells me an upright model citizen would never have ended up behind bars. I guess that didn't work.
Well, that is...
Tell me what you know about the incident.
I already told you I don't know a damn thing. Oh, I really don't know anything. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for that outburst, but I will be of no assistance.
Pardon my rudeness. It's just that the murder occurred in this rather confined prison. It seems unnatural that you do not know anything about it.
Oh, unnatural, is that so? If you're looking for the person who discovered the body, you should try someone else.
How did you know we were looking for the person who discovered the body? I don't recall saying a word about that. Are you sure you don't know anything?
No, it was merely a hunch I had. I am but a humble pet groomer in training. I honestly have no recollection of the murder.
I am positive that this man is hiding something. For my next move, I'll ask him about his movements on the day of the murder. This man has suppressed his emotions. I will expose his true nature hidden beneath that suspicious smile. Let's talk about what happened on the day of the murder. If you truly had nothing to do with it, there shouldn't be a problem, correct?
Oh, well, on the day of the murder, there was a lot going on.
Tell me what you were doing on that day.
As I mentioned earlier, I was cultivating my skills as a groomer in training. I was trimming the coats of the animals at the time.
Didn't the murder cause a panic? I imagine the entire prison must have been in an uproar.
Well, but there was no panic. I could even hear someone's voice.
Someone's voice? Judging from the circumstances, I suppose it was a scream that you heard. So do you have a recollection of the murder? You kept insisting that you know absolutely nothing about the murder. But you do not give credence to the claims.
Ah! Well, I thought I heard someone's voice, but in any case, I don't remember it very well.
The scream at the time of the murder. It might be a clue. I better keep that in mind. Let's skip a few bits. Tell me about the state of the prison. What was the state of the prison at the time?
I don't remember it too well. My memory's rather poor.
Let's try using that clue. I thought you said you heard a scream. You don't remember? Ridiculous. Didn't you say earlier that you heard a scream?
That wasn't... I could very well be mistaken. At any rate, I honestly do not remember.
You still do not remember, even though... Enough with your lies.
I ain't lying you. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. In any case, I was absorbed in grooming the animals.
By the way, how skilled would you say are you with animal grooming?
My technique with the scissors still needs some work, but I am very confident in my handling of the animals. When the animals became frightened, I calmed them with my gentle hands.
Frightened? When would the animals have become frightened? I don't think that's a common occurrence.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Perhaps the reason they were frightened was because of someone's scream? Why are you trying so hard to hide the fact that there was a scream? Are you concealing some vital information from me?
Ah! I am doing nothing of the sort! It's true that I heard some sort of scream, but I'm not trying to hide it.
He's starting to show his true colors. I should be more aggressive in the next move. I'll ask him something about the scream. It's time to give him a taste of the futility of keeping a secret from me. When did you hear the scream? When did you hear the scream?
That's it. I just remembered. At the time of the murder, there was an event going on. It was the animal show. I had gone there to see it.
So you're saying that since you were watching the show, you did not hear the scream? That's completely different from everything you've said up until now.
Shut up! So what if it is? I mean, my memory's just so hazy. The animal show was very enjoyable.
What kind of animals performed in the show?
Well, I believe I saw a whale.
You liar. You didn't see the animal show at all.
Ah! Well, that is, I sort of saw it, and I sort of didn't.
He didn't see the show. This could be a clue. Do you know who the scream belonged to?
Well, I was mistaken. When the incident occurred, I just happened to be in the courtyard. That's why I did not hear the scream.
Let's try using that clue. You didn't see the animal show. Just how deep are you going to dig your pit of lies? It's obvious that you did not see the animal show.
Ah!
There's no way out of this. Tell me what really happened. Confess everything and everything you know about the scream.
I cannot answer. What? I cannot answer what I cannot answer. I didn't hear the scream from the person who discovered the body.
That's strange. Normally, if you hear a scream during a murder, it's usually from the victim. Why would you think the scream was from the person who discovered the body?
Oh, my mistake.
How? How did you know the scream was from the person who discovered the body?
Well, that's because...
You're the one who got murdered! Allow me to answer for you. That is because you're the one who discovered the body, and the scream that was heard when the murder occurred, didn't come from the victim. It came from you when you discovered the body.
Ah! Just who do you think you are? It is just as you say, but what gives you the right to do this?
Huh. Checkmate. Snow Cleo discovered the body. You have no more reason to withhold your testimony. Correct?
Very well, I tell you. But I doubt my testimony is worth hearing.
Whether or not it is worth hearing is for me to decide. I can't believe how often I have to say that. I will expose the truth with my own hands. That is my sole duty.
I think you're a little off there, Mr. Edgeworth.
What do you mean?
We're not trying to expose the truth. We're trying to save Simon. Isn't our goal to help our clients? I mean, you're not a prosecutor right now. You're a defense attorney's assistant.
Huh.
Well said there, Kay. She's right on the money, Miles. The official task of the Edgeworth Law Office is to defend our clients. Your old man who founded the firm truly valued the bonds he had with his clients. So if you're not willing to do the same, maybe you aren't cut out for this job. I don't want to fire you on the spot either, so have a heart, okay?
The heart of a defense attorney, huh? In any case, it's important that we hear the testimony of the person who discovered the body. Start talking, Mr. Sawit. Tell me what happened when you found the body.
I was in the workroom over there practicing my skills. By some chance, I got curious about the adjacent workroom and went up to the door. I peeked in through the small window on the door,
Then I saw him lying there, a man not moving, dead. I quailed with fright and found myself letting out a scream.
If I might confirm one thing, you were in the room right next to the one where the dead body was found.
Within the prison, we call it Workroom B.
And you were in there the whole time on the day of the murder, the whole time of the day of the murder.
Yes, after the 7 a.m. roll call, I remained inside the whole time. In this prison, we have roll call 3 times a day, at 7, noon, and 9.
And they checked the workrooms during those times too?
Exactly.
I see. So during the 7 a.m. roll call, there was nothing amiss. And Knightley's body was not in the workroom yet. Interesting. So it sounds like the murder occurred after 7 a.m., huh?
And that's right when the animal show started. Correct. The other prisoners went to see the animal show.
Meaning anyone who did not see the show does not have an alibi. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Sawit?
Yes, that is certainly true. However, I merely discovered the body.
His testimony has a clear contradiction. I should press him about that first. Let's just go through them. Of course. He's pretending to be an innocent bystander, but parts of his testimony are odd. Considering his situation and the place he's in, the contradiction should be quite obvious. I'll show him the evidence that proves it. Okay. You were curious about the adjacent room?
Precisely. I felt the need to look inside.
Why did you feel that way?
Even if you ask me why, I just did it on a whim.
So you weren't concentrating on your training?
No, nothing of the sort, for I'm a model prisoner. It's just that the other prisoners had left to see the animal show, which is why I was feeling somewhat lonely.
Yeah, that's like being stuck in a classroom after school's let up.
Yes, that's right. And since I couldn't enter the other workroom...
Wait. The small window? So you couldn't get a clear look.
Indeed, as you can see, there is a grill covering the window. It does not offer a wide view at all. Normally the guards use it to check inside the rooms, right? Precisely. You seem to be well versed in this matter. Well, I happen to know a thing or two about prisons, you know.
What does she even mean by that? I'll have to find out the details later.
In any case, I peeked into the room from the window.
And I saw him lying there, a man not moving dead. I quelled in fright and found myself letting out a scream. Okay, what all do I have? Oh boy. Small lag spike there.
I guess.
Nope. Yeah, this is all just the wrong thing dialogue. You knew it was a man right away?
It was clear judging from his physique and clothing. Even the fact that he was dead was plain as day.
You could tell he was dead through that tiny window.
Well, it's not the first time I've seen a dead body. What? What? So, you mean the reason you're in here is because... I'm ashamed to admit it, but it is as you say. However, this was my first time seeing a body that someone else had killed.
Do you remember what the scream sounded like?
Well, all I can say is that I shrieked at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, for real? Well, I guess that's what happens when you get scared.
Yes, it is just as you say. In any case, I'll let out a scream.
He's pretending to be an innocent by... Yeah, that's the whole same thing here. I'm not quite seeing the contradiction. It's not the rope. I guess I'll also press this. For practicing, you mean, of course.
Yes, my grooming training. For I am a model prisoner.
I somewhat doubt that. By some chance, I got curious. How would I even present anything about that, first of all? Oh, because the sound. Mrs. Sawid, please stop telling such feeble lies. Actually, that guy's from the very first game. You don't seem to understand your position.
My position? I used to be a newspaper salesman, and then I took up the pet groomer training.
What about that bracelet on your wrist? It proves that you are unmistakably a prisoner. And as long as you wear that bracelet, you should not be able to move around as you please. As soon as you went through the door, the sensor would have sounded the alarm.
Oh,
That is the purpose of him peeking into the adjacent room. Peeking to the adjacent room is impossible when you couldn't even leave the one you were in.
Ah!
Whoa, hoo-wee, nice one, Miles. That was a real humdinger.
But does that mean Mr. Savage didn't see the body?
I'm not sure. Perhaps we should let the man himself explain it to us.
You see, that is, well, forgive me, it appears my previous explanation was lacking. I should clearly explain how I was able to see the body.
Very well. Let us hear your revised testimony.
There is a rather well-known technique among the prisoners here. If the hand with the bracelet stays in the room, you can step out without sending the alarm. That's how I was able to peek into the adjacent room. The moment I realized that the man inside was dead, I let out a scream.
Yes, yes she does. So that means... He kept his arm inside workroom B while he peeked into the adjacent room. I'd appreciate it if you didn't mention this to anyone, especially the guards, okay? Was that what he was trying to hide earlier? I should try asking him for more details about a few other things as well. Okay. So he was able to peek into the adjacent room by keeping one arm inside the workroom. But was that really what he was trying to hide? I should ask him for further explanation. Okay, yeah, it's a lot of pressing here. Tell me more about his technique. Certainly. Here's how it works. But I love that press. It's literally just, what is your next line? I'm about to say it. If the hand with the present stays in the room, you can step out without sounding the alarm. Press. All we gain by doing that is a small degree of freedom. Naturally, but it is all that we have left to enjoy. I'm shocked that you enjoy such a thing. Have you truly reflected on what you've done? Well, of course, for I am a model prisoner. Your definition of model is highly suspicious. Regardless, what was the technique you used? Yes, that is correct. I made sure no guards were around when I did it. Why would you do something so troublesome and potentially dangerous? I heard a noise coming from the adjacent room. It seemed odd to me, as there should not have been anyone inside. So you peeked into the adjacent workroom as soon as you heard the noise? Yes, of course. I peeked in as soon as I could. I see. Is there a problem with that statement? Oh my god! Sure there is a problem. So you looked into the adjacent room immediately after you heard the noise. If that was true, then you should have seen more than just a dead body. You should have seen the person who had made the noise. That is, well... He looks really shaken. Mr. Sawit, answer me. What did you really see? If you intend to remain silent, I will have no choice but to assume that you are complicit. That you are complicit up to the murder. That's there it is. Oh, please forgive me. It's just that I couldn't even believe what I saw myself. It may have been just a dream. I hesitate to even recall it. Tell me what happened. Very well, I will be frank with you. I saw a dog. It was a nightmarish scene. A large black dog was biting into the neck of the victim. What did you say? It was a truly hellish scene. That dog killed him! No it didn't. No it didn't. It's, I don't even have evidence, it just didn't. Oh, I think I'm going to be sick. That's some grade A trauma right there. By the way, Janji, that guy looks like Dan. I was chilled to my very core. I let out a scream. A man-eating dog inside the zoo of a prison. Black dog. Barks at me a lot. That's a great note. That was everything I saw. Do you believe me now? Yes, I do. I doubt one would be able to lie about something like that. Would you add that to your testimony? Certainly. And to my horror, there was a black dog biting his neck. Hold it!
black dog was biting the victim's neck.
Yes, blood came pouring out, and as a result, the dog's mouth became stained with it.
Oh, stop! You don't need to get that detailed. At that time, was the victim...
Yay! Mr. Edgeworth, why did you ask him that?
Okay, why did you hit Uncle Ray?
The man did not even flinch.
He must have been dead already.
But the blood continued to gush from his neck. He most likely had passed away already. His hands moved with nary an inch.
Hey, way too much detail. Are you doing this on purpose?
Certainly not. I'm just trying to give an accurate testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, shall I add that statement to my testimony?
If you would.
It was terrifying. A truly terrifying sight. He most likely had passed away already. His hands moved nary an inch.
Am I supposed to also press that? That was a very vivid testimony.
That is because I witnessed it up close, relatively speaking. I could feel the anguish he suffered in his death. Mr. Edgeworth, I won't be able to sleep tonight.
Really? Really? How terrible.
Oh, come on! It's all because of you that my mind is filled with scary thoughts.
Scary thoughts.
I may even have nightmares myself, even though I can still remember everything clearly.
Oh, there it is.
The ring with the snowflake insignia glimmered with no purpose but to catch my eye. What? Why?
Oh, come on. So Nightly was killed by a dog that was being kept here in the prison. I find that hard to believe. They say that pets take after their owners, yeah?
It doesn't have to take after them that much. This completely defeats the purpose of the animal therapy.
Perhaps I should ask about the dog a little more. Didn't I already do that? No, I didn't. Wow. I would like to hear the details about that again. This is just a super press-heavy testimony.
Very well. That fearsome beast was gnawing away at the... Ah! Enough already! I don't want to hear anymore! And then the blood gushing out of the...
Yeah! Did you hear the lady? Uncle Ray's got goosebumps too.
And that was the state of the body. Do you understand the situation now?
Those two were so noisy I couldn't hear him very well. Mrs. Sawit, please speak a little more about the state of the victim. Fuck it. Okay. What? I'm supposed to ask him more about the dog, but it doesn't let me. What's the press here? A ring with a snowflake insignia. Impressive memory.
I was formerly a newspaper salesman. I had to quickly identify what a customer wanted based on his appearance and attitude. In order to form a successful sales strategy, it's the most basic of the basics.
I don't know if there is. But you are dealing with a corpse, not a customer. Are you like that with everyone?
Yes, it has already become an ingrained habit of mine. It was an important point that could determine the success or failure of a cell.
That's how you were able to easily recall such a minor detail.
Precisely. Even the engraved insignia is crystal clear.
Is that really possible? What was the state of the body when we found it? I should review my evidence.
I tried to do that. Okay, the ring. Okay, yeah, this one's more clear than... But fucking... Just the bloodstained sheet should have also worked if it was the bloodstained sheet covering his hand. Yeah, and it's not like there wasn't ever something where like two things worked.
A ring with a snowflake insignia?
Yes, that is correct. It was clearly engraved on the surface.
I see. Your testimony is very accurate. But it's a little too accurate if you ask me.
And what's wrong with being accurate?
You state that you saw a ring with a snowflake insignia engraved on it. And it is true that the victim was wearing such a ring.
See? Was I not correct?
That is not the issue I have with your testimony. Take a look at this picture. As you can see, the right hand is covered by a sheet. It should not have been possible for you to see the engraving on the ring, unless you had approached the body and lifted up the sheet yourself. You said you only looked into the workroom through the door, and yet you gave such a detailed account of what you saw.
Who do you think you are, acting all high and mighty? I'm telling you, I saw what I saw. Oh, the victim must have moved his arm after I saw it.
I don't think so. You said as much earlier.
The man did not even flinch.
Must have been dead already. The victim was already dead. How would you have been able to move his arm? How would he have been able to move his arm? This guy's looking pretty suspicious now, yeah? Frank saw it. What are you hiding, you scoundrel?
Oh, no, I'm not. Please. You're wrong. I know what I saw. Gah!
Here we go!
Everyone gets a taste of that toupee.
Shut up already! Stop making a fuss about every little thing I say! You're just a defense attorney's assistant!
He's finally shown his true self. Whoa! I guess the cat's out of the bag. The Black Harry wanted that. Just went flying.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood witness!
Are you really just a witness? I would say that you are rather suspicious.
What was that?
You say something that could not have been seen from the outside of the room. How is that possible? The logic behind it is simple. He's just, yeah, Chad will probably explain. Mr. Sawit, this is where you saw the body from.
Take that!
When you discovered the body, you went inside the room where it laid. Laid. Since you saw the engraving on the ring, that is the only possibility.
Even if you say that, you ain't got no evidence, do ya? Where's the evidence that shows that I was in that room? I was grooming pets at the time, in the room adjacent where the body was found. I even went so far as to borrow some rubber gloves. Show me the evidence that proves I was in the room where the body was found.
Well, thank you for saying that, because the rubber gloves. Mr. Sawid, what were you doing when the body was discovered?
Didn't I tell you already? I was practicing being a pet groomer.
I see. In that case, do you happen to recognize this glove?
Oh, that's...
This was found near the body. It is believed to have been dropped by the culprit. By the way, I noticed that you also have a rubber glove hanging out of your apron pocket.
No, this is something else.
Hold it!
Looks like you're missing one of your gloves.
You can find gloves like this anywhere in the prison. Your evidence proves nothing.
Yeah, for real. Perhaps you should hand this glove over to the police for fingerprinting then. I'm certain they will find some interesting results.
Yeah.
It's over.
Objection!
Pretty cool, right? But is that Pro ZD? My objection voice.
God damn it! Why does everyone in this game sound like fucking ProZD?
Mr. Shields, could you save your the jokes for later? I'm not joking, because it's not over yet. There's still something else, something that's clearly odd. That guy's a prisoner, you know? He's got the bracelet and all. That's right. Well, I didn't call the judge Pro ZD. That I didn't. That's right. How did he get into the other workroom? Sensor would have set off the alarm, right? He's right. That's the only thing we don't know yet. Yeah. Not so fast, Mr. Prisoner. Could you fill us in? I have trouble. I never remember Sebastian because he hasn't really done anything yet.
I have to remember that this is his voice. Oh, is this it? I think this is it. Yeah.
That's pretty weird. Bracelet should have been his last line of defense.
Defense?
That's right, Kay. That was useful evidence for Mr. Prisoner here. He could have claimed that due to his bracelet he wasn't able to enter the room, but he didn't say a word about it. Is there any reason why he didn't? Well, even if you're wrong, Neo would be able to confirm or deny. The silent treatment, eh? Well, the judge yesterday did say that silence is golden. Wow, you really are a hotshot defense attorney, Mr. Shields. Defense attorneys always remain calm on the bench and smile in the face of danger. That's what your old man told me. The defense attorney's creed, yeah? So what's the deal? Why didn't you mention anything about the bracelet? You gotta talk? Oh! The truth is, it's broken. Broken? Some time ago, I took a spill and the bracelet hit the floor with a loud bang. Ever since then, it has not been able to activate the sensor. Forgive me, it was so convenient, I didn't want to report it. I see, so the bracelet was broken. But it didn't really break so easily. If that is true, then there is a problem with the prison security. Let the bracelets hit the floor. 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 You over there. May I have a moment? Here, kitty kitty. Such a cute little guy. Yes, you are. Meow. Excuse me. Yes. What can I do from you? Meow. You. For you. This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken.
What? Really?
That's not good at all. I'll contact the person in charge and have it replaced immediately. Thank you. I'll be holding on to the broken bracelet for the time being. I would have thunk it. Yes, sir. Please take care of it. Now that the bracelet's been taken off, shall we move on to arresting you for murder?
What? I should have thought. I didn't kill anyone.
But your bracelet was broken, right? Doesn't that mean you could have gone anywhere you wanted during the animal show?
But all I did was find their body. Honest. And it is true that I saw the dog biting his neck. However, I entered the workroom after the dog had left.
Why did you do that?
Well, it was just... I was curious if he had anything of value on him.
So he was planning to loot the corpse. Wow. That's why he remembers Knightley's ring so well.
Why are you looking at me, Mr. Edgeworth? I am a great thief! Please don't put me on the same level as him. But I didn't take a thief. The animal show had ended and the other prisoners were making their way back down here. I hurried back to my workroom and let out a scream to deceive the others.
And that's when you dropped your rubber glove. I guess the story holds up. What do you think, Miles? Whether he is the murderer or not, one big question remains. How did Knightley get all the way from his holding cell to the prison? He was riding the pony. You're right about that. He's a real stumper. And there's something Mr. Sawit said in his testimony that I'm very concerned about. If that dog had any part in the murder... Mr. Sawit.
Yes? What is it?
Were there any other prisoners who didn't see the animal show?
Yes, there is only one other that I know of. And this prisoner wouldn't have been able to see the whole show even if he wanted to.
Wait, that's Edgeworth. And this prisoner wouldn't have been able to see the whole show if he wanted to, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Why do you ask?
Just as I thought. I had my suspicions as soon as I saw that black dog. That fiendish criminal. I never expected him to be held here in this prison. Where is his cell?
Do you intend to meet him?
Him?
Who's him? He's a very special man. He receives very special treatment and... Oh, forgive me. I need to watch what I say about him. However, if you value your lives, I would advise you to stay away from him. Hey, cut it out already! You're giving me the creeps!
Huh, a puppet master in the shadows, huh? Yeah, I still value my life.
He is being held in the special cell. Over there, in that direction.
The special cell. It certainly seems like he received special treatment.
Well, so who is this him anyway? To protect my own life, all I can tell you is that he is the oldest prisoner here. My deepest apologies, but I can't say any more. He is truly, truly terrifying.
Care to fill me in? Feels like you're leaving Uncle Ray behind here. I have a mean feeling here. You're someone I knew in the past. Let's head to the special cell. I believe that black dog should be there as well. Oh yeah, that's the thing, by the way. I've read about this. Oh wow, wait. Did they change it for this? I thought this game retconned Sawit's age.
that he was like younger. I feel like he's supposed to be 36 in this. I have a mean feeling. I have a mean feeling. It's pitch black in here. I can't see a thing at all.
Aren't you always talking about how the Yarigarasu is able to flip even in the darkest night? It's a flap, not flip, flap.
Yeah, but I thought they changed it in this game. Like, at least that's what I read on the wiki. Like there was a retcon. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's flight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu!
Oh, that was pretty cool.
But still, I can't see what I can't see. I'm still just human.
Okay. Huh.
Ick! Ah!
Mr. Edgeworth, I presume. That voice, it can only be. It has been far too long. So you still remember me? It would be impossible to forget because it was you who did what none could do. And placed me here in this cell.
Don't tell me that the dog is talking to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Is there someone else here? I can't see anything though. Don't boy, it is rude to frighten the visitors. Here, allow me to illuminate this dark room.
What? Okay, I thought that would be something I would know. I thought that was someone I would know. Yeah.
Such noisy visitors. From the voices and footsteps. 2 more in the back. But would it be rude not to introduce myself? I am called Siron Dogen. Mr. Edgeworth and I, we are old acquaintances.
I feel like when I'm doing his voice, I'm being way too quiet. Can you even hear me when I do his voice?
This man is a former assassin. The blind assassin, Suran Dogen. His weapons are sharp knives and a ferocious dog.
Yeah, me too. I also thought it was Von Karma.
His appearance is always accompanied by the sound of a bell. It is said that the ringing of this bell in the darkness is the last sound of his victims hear.
It's what was it, Ginger Alien?
Would you be so kind as to share the route where you have come, Mr. Edgeworth? That will not be necessary. You're already well aware of why we're here. It seems we know each other quite well.
Wow. Oh my god.
We suspect your dog of committing the murder.
Wait, no, that's his voice.
We suspect your dog of committing the murder. We suspect your dog of committing the murder. There we go. These voices are very similar, except for the fact that his voice is deeper, so it's hard to differentiate. The witness who discovered the body saw him biting it.
Oh my god, his prison number is boss.
There must be some mistake. My boy is obedient. He would never do such a thing, right, Anubis? Good boy. Good boy. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Oh, who's a good boy? Oh, who's a good boy? Anubis may be your guide dog, but you raised him to be a vicious killer.
He was one of the weapons you used as an assassin.
To begin with, is the witness of a reliable sort. It's true that Sawit is also one of the suspects, and it's difficult to save if you can trust his testimony. In any case, I think you have the wrong dog. Right, Anubis? Right, boy? Oh, he's a good boy. Who's a good boy? I wonder if he knows who the witness is.
The alibi!
I would like to hear your alibi from 8 AM to 10 AM yesterday morning. During the animal show. During the animal show. I was in my humble cell the entire time. I took up whittling recently. My focus was solely on the wood and chisel in my hands. The prisoners have free access to... Oh. The prisoners have free access to chisel here? Normally that's not allowed. The warden is a kind soul. She has given me special permission. Kind? Ridiculous! Even 5 metal chisels would become deadly weapons in his hands. I started off by carving these Buddha statues, but then moved on to other shapes after the after the 674th. Yup, another chessboard.
Really? That many?
All it takes is time, which I have plenty of.
There's a theme brewing here. It's his theme.
Here's what I'm working on now.
Like, what was the last thing you saw?
I did not miss that you played chess.
Wow.
Did you play as well, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to test your wits in the game sometime.
And then it crashed? He's a former assassin who used the dog as one of his weapons, and he's blind.
I only started playing since my arrival here, so I'm still inexperienced. What is this piece?
It's a 3-headed dog? What the fuck, Dogen? You don't have Cerberus in chess.
Just for the fun of it, I carved this hound piece. Chess is a game of war. Pawns, knights, and castles. Each side pushing their forces to the limits to take the life of the enemy's king. However, I found the absence of dogs to be strange. Hounds were an indispensable part of warfare.
Wow, that voice is hard to keep up. It's not hurting my throat or anything, but it's super hard to keep.
But it is nothing more than folly. I still play by all the normal rules of chess. Isn't it difficult if you find opponents here in prison? Isn't it difficult for you to find opponents here in prison? I always play correspondence chess. Correspondence chess? So you play chess with the mail? Prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters, although they are suspect to inspection. At the moment, I am waiting for my opponent's next move. So he plays chess with people outside of this prison.
The victim.
Do you know who was murdered? It was Horace Knightley, a most unfortunate lad. Your ears are as sharp as ever. They're all I can rely on. As I thought, he has full knowledge of everything that goes on in this prison. On second thought, he might be fortunate after all. Fortunate? How so? He committed a grave crime, but he was able to avoid the punishment for it. An assassination attempt on the president. What a bold man. Assassination attempt?
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, didn't Mr. Knightley just...
He may have killed his own superior, but he never attempted to take the president's life. Are they trying to conceal the fact the assassination was staged by the president?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold your horses! Knightley didn't attack the president? But Uncle Ray was requested to defend him in court on charges of attempted assassination. You didn't know either, Uncle Ray? So they're trying to pin the whole thing on Mr. Knightley.
Now I see why Pick has taken action.
Ah, so that's why I moved you from the case. That DePetz guy was going to indict him on charges of attempted assassination. And in doing so, they would have twisted the truth.
I suppose it was. I suspect it was a false charge. A false charge. Fuck me.
I hope he's not in this for long.
I heard about it from one of the guards. About Knightley. He kept desperately insisting I didn't assassinate anyone.
But the courts are supposed to bring the truth to light.
I may not be well versed in law, but I can say one thing for certain. Some of the prisoners here were convicted on false charges.
Oh. Why did nobody else tell me? What the fuck?
That's the reality of it. Right, Anubis? Right, boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Oh, really? I thought that word was like all over the place in this game. Wow. Oh, you know how it maybe would be easier to talk this deeply? I'll just try to suck in.
Leaving the truth in the care of the court can be dangerous. Leaving the truth in the care of the court is dangerous, huh? There was someone who said the exact same thing before. That investigator from the Interpol who doesn't trust prosecutors.
Yup. Oh god, now I have to give him a voice. Wait, his voice was not so fast. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are you? Fueled by those ideas, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? Rest assured, the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. Nah, I'll keep with the Fox voice.
I doubt his distrust is cleared up completely. You feel the same way, don't you, Anubis? The truth, of course, and Mr. Edgeworth's reasoning both can be trusted, right?
Well, this is easier, but it's also way dumber. I'll keep trying with the normal version.
It is nothing to speak.
Yeah, and immediately I fail.
It is nothing to be upset about. You're not the only one who suspects him. Yesterday, the other prosecutor, that judge came here too. Wow. Of course they have. They brought the warden along. How they despise him. They brought the warden along? How they despise me, okay. Oh, it must have been those two rude people from before. Prosecutor DeBess and Judge Courtney. They thoroughly inspected my room, but left without finding a thing. It seems they were searching for the murder weapon. 'Tis a shame. They searched the other prisoner cells too, not just mine. Yet they were still unable to find anything. All that hard work was for naught. What if I just give him a Seth Rogen? That is quite a problem. What should we do? Someone's testimony alone won't hold up. In order to confront him, we'll need evidence. No. I don't even... I don't even really know how Seth Rogen's normal voice goes. I just know his laugh is... No, if my guests would be so kind as to leave. Oh, okay. Try to do this. Show them the way out. Does this mean what I think it means? Let's get going, Mr. Edgeworth. We shall meet again, Dogen. It would be a shame for a long-awaited reunion to end so soon. I'll be waiting. Okay. I cannot embarrass myself doing that stupid voice for a little bit. Now then, we still need to find that murder weapon. Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, she went all the way up there. It's fine, okay. Come down from there.
Where is Mr. Shields? Beats me. He just took off running like death was after him. Good grief. That man. What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? We'll continue investigating first. We'll continue investigating. First, we should start by solving that one mystery. Knightley's body was found in the workroom inside the prison. However, he was supposed to be in the detention center's holding cell. How did he get to the prison under such tight security? I feel like I'm legit giving Edgeworth a new voice in every single scene because I just have like I don't have a specific low normal voice. Let's go investigate the holding cell at the detention center. That was where Mr. Knightley was held, right? But what about Uncle Ray? Let's just leave him be for now. I thought you were supposed to be his assistants, though. We were supposed to be his assistants, though. The victim's cell in the detention center was this way. Let's check it out, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, this is truly just dreadful. What happened? Oh, it's her again. Dang it. That's the warden, Miss Rowland. She must have come from behind that no entry sign. So he still won't talk? Even after all the trouble you went through to get the evidence transferred from the precinct?
That's right. That's right. I don't know how many times I've tried. I can't report back empty-handed.
That assassination sure is one tough cookie, huh? Did he just say assassin?
Oh my.
Pardon me, but were you talking about Sarah and Dogen just now? I just noticed I could probably... Oh, she's not even old.
Oh, eavesdropping, were you? You naughty boy.
Did you question him personally, Warden Roland?
Not just him. I try to have a heart-to-heart with all the prisoners and suspects. In my home, we are all family here. It's only fair I invite him to my warden's office.
The Warden's office.
Oh, have you taken an interest in my room as well? It's just down this hallway. But outsiders are not allowed past this point.
Down the hallway. So around here.
It's such a lovely room. People do so enjoy being invited back here. I always show them the splendid view of my precious courtyard. The courtyard of this animal folk prison, I'd sure love to see it. I'm delighted that you want to see it, however I cannot invite you. What? You're not a child of our home. If you want to come to my room, you'll have to be convicted first.
That's a rather high hurdle to clear.
Goodness me, look at how long we've been talking. I was just about to feed Ally her lunch.
Ally? Okay, fine then. Gun.
She's my favorite little angel. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be off to the courtyard. Toodaloo!
I never got a chance to ask her about Dogen. Well, let's head over to Knightley's cell. This is the victim's cell.
When did Mr. Knightley arrive here again? It was after the president's welcoming ceremony, on the night of March 25th. So when and how did he move over to the prison? There might be some evidence left that can answer that.
Alright, let's get cracking, Mr. Edward.
Why isn't Hydrobot saying anything? It's been 3 hours. Okay. The reflection of in the mirror.
Ah, it's a security camera! A great thief's arch enemy! I guess they don't take too kindly to thieves here.
There's no reason for a detention center to be kind of thieves. Guard! I would like you to check this footage of the security camera. If you find any problems, report to me at once. Understood, sir. I love that I had to see the security camera through the mirror because it's like up here. I won't rest until I found. Yeah, what is this? Something seems off. The floor here is clean. Was it mopped recently? It seems strange that only the area in front of the bed has been wiped clean. It's Horace Knightley's suit.
According to the results of my investigation...
What did you find out?
A man who looks good in a suit leaves a more favorable impression with the ladies.
Next time I'll investigate men who look good in frills. Please don't bother.
This
this newspaper. It's missing a few pages. They appear to be torn out. Why would someone tear out the pages from a newspaper? Maybe they used it to clean the cell instead of a rag? Clean the cell? It's quite possible. Well then, that's just logic that. The floor here is clean. It was probably wiped down with something. Did someone spill grape juice here? Grape juice again! I don't know exactly what was wiped away, but I can imagine what was used to wipe it. It's very likely it was this torn up newspaper. Couldn't he have asked one of the guards if he could borrow a cleaning rag? Perhaps it was something he didn't want the guards to see. Toilet! It's not as dirty as I thought it would be. And the toilet paper shows no signs of use. Looks like there are no problems with the toilet.
Yeah, there's a huge problem.
What's the problem?
It's totally awkward having the toilet out in the open like that. They need to think more about the end user.
This facility wasn't designed with the spirit of service in mind. Windows with iron bars. There are no signs of tampering. It doesn't look like the criminal could have escaped through here.
What if these iron bars are removable? Let me inspect them for future reference.
Okay, now's not the time for that. We're in the middle of an investigation. Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, is this a dining menu?
You can choose your daily meals in this detention center. However, unless you have the money, you won't be able to choose what you want to eat.
In the end, the world revolves around money. Doesn't this mean that the rich won't have to reflect on their crimes?
Yes, well, those who come here haven't been declared guilty yet. There are a few good people who don't need to reflect, probably.
It sounds like you're just making excuses for them, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ugh. Why should I have to come up with excuses for the detention center? What's this?
Ah, there's something on the desk.
Seems to be some kind of memo. Let me take a closer look. Oh god, do I have to... Whoa, so Knightley was playing fucking chess with Dogen. Okay, this is the only thing I can examine. This is chess notation. It was probably the victims.
What's chess notation?
It's a memo that records the positions of the pieces on the chessboard. This is a good match. My next move would be pawn to... No, actually before that...
Mr. Edgeworth, this is no time to be playing chess.
Ah, you're right. The position of the chess pieces recorded in this memo. I feel like I've seen something similar somewhere else. I should take a closer look at the evidence I've collected. And let's connect that to... Just the Hound piece? Okay, I guess that was the entire chessboard, that piece of evidence, and not just the hound piece. This chess notation, I've seen it before. You're still thinking about chess? Focus on the investigation! Focus! Chess is quite important in to this investigation. Okay, have a look at this. Oh, okay. Well, let me just look at it, to be sure. Yeah, that's it. So that means that... the hound is not on this thing! The fuck? Are these the chess pieces from Dogen's cell? I don't know much about the rules of chess. The rules of chess are not important here. Look at the positions of the chess pieces on its memo and the pieces of Dogen's cell. Yeah, but I thought he was using it as a different piece, like a knight or something. Do you notice anything? Ah! I don't know anything about the different chess pieces. But if you flip the board around, the positions of the chess pieces are completely the same. Yes, although the memo doesn't include the Cerberus chess piece, the positions of the other chess pieces are identical. What's going on here? God damn it. I always play correspondence chess. This might be hard to believe, but Dogen's chess opponent was... Ah! Are you saying that he was playing against Mr. Knightley? With this, we now have the evidence to link Dogen with the victim. And that was it? The investigations of this game thus far are blessedly short. So this is what our investigation turned up. It seems we've found a major connection between the victim and Dogen. This is terrible. What happened? The security camera recorded something terrible. What? Can you let me see it? Of course, sir. I have a portable playback device right here. Then let me see it right away. What the fuck? This black thing has got to be that doggy, right? Up until this point, I thought the murder took place inside the prison, but it appears I was mistaken. The place where Knightley was attacked was... Oh gee, I fucking wonder. Was it the holding cell? It was a detention center. And furthermore, he was attacked by Dogen's dog. This is decisive evidence. Sometimes I actually accidentally say divisive instead of decisive, which is very different. If Knightley was killed in this room, then this piece of evidence we found in the cell takes on a new meaning. Which piece of evidence takes on a new meaning if a murder occurred in the holding cell? Man, the emulator just cannot deal with the evidence lookup.
Take that!
Not the rope. Is it the chessboard? It's not the chessboard. This? Wow, that... I thought it would be something earlier, but no, it's literally the thing that is way too obvious. For some reason, someone wiped the floor clean. It's possible they were wiping away bloodstains. Thank you for your hard work. While I have your attention, may I ask for one more favor? What would that be? There should be a detective by the name of Dick Gumshoe in the detention center of the prison. Or the prison. I would like to give him a message. Tell him to check this room for traces of blood and give the results to me. Yes, sir. This should corner that old coot. No, not yet. We still don't know how Knightley and the dog moved from here to the prison. That's true. But once we figure that out, we should be... Where should we check out next? What? Where should we check out next, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, I was reading that right. The guards here might know something about the murder. Let's see if we can learn any new details from them. Alright, let's continue our... Ah! Yo! Oh, sorry to intrude. No wait. No wait. Not so fast! Okay, let's see if I can do it now. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor and the little lady. Fancy meeting you here. This man is Shilong Lang, an Interpol agent. About 2 weeks ago, he was in charge of investigating one of my cases. I would have thought he'd returned to his native country of Shangfa by now. Agent Lang, what brings you here? Just some boring work. Nothing you need to worry about. Haha! On top of a black dog, we meet a black wolf. Huh? You came alone today, Agent Lang? Usually, he'd have a huge police force with him.
Mr. Prosecutor, seems you've been busy these past few days.
These past few days, is he referring to the incident with the Shangfa president?
I would have thought you'd be involved in his security too.
Ah! Our president doesn't even trust his own country's police force. Look at the results of hiring a private security company. It's laughable.
Agent Lang doesn't trust prosecutors or the courts. That's why. He brings along a large force of his capable policemen to thoroughly investigate the crime scene. Yes, if you and your subordinates had been there, the results might have been different.
My subordinates, huh?
They're no longer with me. They're not with you? Funny. Looks like I'm the real lone wolf now. Ha! Agent Lang, just what happened exactly? Didn't I tell you? There's nothing you need to know about.
We'll be seeing you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Mr. Lang, I wonder what happened. Yes, it troubles me too, but there's nothing we can do about it for now. Okay, let us continue with our own investigations.
Got it. First, let's ask the guards a few questions.
This is a difficult case. What's wrong? Is something troubling you? Sir, one of my uniforms has gone missing. I am certain that I placed it in this locker.
Maybe the uniform grew legs and walked off somewhere.
What kind of logic is that?
In any case, I wish you the best in your search. I'll be rooting for you.
Yes, thank you for your support.
Really?
You there, have you seen a black dog around here?
Oh, of course not. If I'd actually seen it, I wouldn't be standing around here so carefree.
Did something happen with that doggy? Okay, let's not press this matter any further. Dogen's dog didn't come by the detention center. Oh, there you are? Oh, okay.
Mr. Shields, where did you go?
Where indeed? I've been searching for you guys this whole time. Walking all around the prison is hard work, you know. That's strange, seeing as you came from the opposite direction. I've got some new information. You want to hear it? Do you?
You sure changed the subject quickly.
I heard a little something about the guards. It seems Knightley caused a bit of an incident 2 days ago.
An incident?
You know, Simon said he came to visit Knightley, right? After the visit, when Knightley returned to his cell, naturally the guard escorted Knightley back to his cell. While the guard was unlocking his handcuffs, all of a sudden Knightley struck the guard and knocked him out. It seems he was going to attempt a jailbreak. By the time the other guards had arrived, the key to his cell had disappeared.
But there's no reports of Knightley's jailbreak attempt 2 days ago.
Exactly, it's strange, isn't it? Right up until his death, he was still in his cell. What's more, Knightley claimed he never stole the key in the first place. In fact, they searched his cell and the key was nowhere to be found.
Did the guard who was struck have anything to say?
No one knows. He was taken to the hospital while he was still unconscious. He's still there now, it seems.
So in the end, we still don't know what happened.
It's you? That voice?
Oh, it's you! It's you! What are you still doing hanging around here?
Well, you see, this is my assistant.
Are you here to object our investigations and make me into a laughing stock?
Sebastian, I believe obstruct is the word you're looking for.
In a way, I think his expression was apt.
A pleasure meeting you again, Judge Courtney.
I know. You are Simon Key's defense attorney, are you not?
Well then, let's skip the formalities and celebrate our happy reunion with a hug. Or maybe not.
Incidentally, I heard you mention an assistant a moment ago. Yeah, we're assistants at Edgeworth Law Offices.
And yet, she's like a really high up judge, and he's a rookie lawyer but he's like a really good one apparently. He's also a prosecutor. Basically.
Prosecutors are civil servants. To open a side business is to betray the goddess of law.
As long as profit is not our objective, there shouldn't be a problem, right?
Yeah, that's it. Mazu is a volunteer worker. The purpose of my office isn't to make money. We're pro bono. We just really like the guy.
What a wonderful heart you have, defending others without demanding payment.
I do have an amazing charitable heart.
More importantly, I'd like you to explain your reasons for arresting Simon Keys.
There's no need to.
Is that a challenge against me?
No, I was speaking to Judge Courtney.
I guess it can't be helped. If you want to take on the best, you will fall like the rest.
I haven't said anything yet, but this is convenient. Then I will hear you out. What were your reasons for arresting Mr. Keys? Mr. Keys. Oh boy. Oh shit, I didn't get to read that because it wasn't my line to skip.
Just watch, Justine. Watch as I run around in circles against this useless prosecutor.
I think you mean run circles around me.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Prepare yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. So, you want to know my reasons for arresting that man? The answer is simple. Yes, we found traces of that guy over there.
Hold on, I need to turn off flux.
How's that? Perfectly simple, perfectly decisive, right? Of course, I was the first to notice it because I'm the best.
How am I supposed to go about pressing that?
How's that? Got nothing to say? Speechless in my presence?
This guy sure talks a lot. So, you're the one who arrested Mr. Keys, I take it. Mr. the Best, do you have the right to do such a thing?
I tried to not make it that, but it turned into that.
Well, obviously the police who carried out the arrest.
I feel like it was not that voice earlier when I did him.
But since it was under my direction, shouldn't it also count as my arrest?
As I expected. It'd be difficult to deal with both of them at the same time. However, her silence is troubling me. Just what is she thinking?
Now I actually have to work with that. Whoa! Whoa! Dag! That's cool. Is that the one thing from the later games that was referenced in this game? I think that was referenced from this game. I think you've talked about there being just one thing that was not important.
Let's get one thing clear. You do know who you arrested, right?
What? You take me for a fool? The one I arrested was...
Yup.
The one I arrested was Simon Keys, no doubt about it.
I expected he'd at least understand that much.
Oh wow, so I have to press like everything to make it like into different things?
Really? That's quite a surprise. So what is this fatal reason for the arrest?
Are you attempting to lure information out of me through flattery? A good strategy, but I'm afraid it won't work on me.
We have found vital evidence implicating Simon Keys. That's what Sebastian was trying to say.
Yes, so because of this fatal evidence, I had Simon arrested.
Let's press that too. That guy over there. That's certainly vague.
Well, don't they say the best hears one thing and understands 10?
You're just being lazy. Explain it more clearly.
Sebastian, if it's alright with you, will you please explain to them in more detail? I'm sure that everyone wants to hear what you have to say.
Alright, if you insist, Justine. We discovered that. Perhaps you didn't know, but the victim carried a chessboard with him. From it, we found that suspect Simon Keys' fingerprints.
Well done, Sebastian. I bless you on behalf of the Goddess of Law. Please amend your testimony. Are you alright with that, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Yes.
The victim carried a chessboard. From it, we found Simon Keys' fingerprints.
Objection!
Fucking.
Fingerprints found on the chessboard, is that the ace up your sleeve?
Ace in my sleeve? Oh, ace up my sleeve. Yes, the methods I use are always the best. This ace is my trump card.
Well then, allow me to show you that is not in fact a trump card at all. Simon Keyes was the one who sent the chessboard to the victim in the first place, so it's only natural some of his prints would be left on it.
Yeah.
I am actually surprised that my voice for him fits. I thought he would not be as goofy as he is.
That took way too long. These fingerprints are hardly decisive evidence. Perhaps your arrest was a little too rash?
Rash.
To begin with, this incident occurred in the detention center and the prison. To suspect Simon just because he isn't a prisoner or a guard is a little unreasonable.
Ah.
What? What's with him all of a sudden?
I finally get what you're trying to say. Rash. You mean we were too quick to arrest the guy, right?
He was stuck on that?
Sure, I was the first to lay eyes on him. And I was the first to notice the evidence. That was even faster. But I am not rash. Sure, Simon Keyes isn't a guard or a prisoner, but...
Sebastian? Judge Courtney.
What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that.
Pardon me, Sebastian. Yes, your words on the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get to the best part first?
The best part?
Why don't you tell him about your wonderful reasoning regarding the murder weapon?
Good one, Justine. Nice suggestion. Mr. Edgeworth, listen to my first-rate reasoning.
She probably is his mom.
Will this reasoning explain why you arrested Mr. Keyes?
I'm sure it will meet your expectations.
$17.
Oh. I don't think she's his mom, guys.
Judge Courtney just changed the flow of this conversation. Just what is she planning?
Murder weapon's location. Oh, the music changed.
It's obvious the murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, the prison maintains strict control over potentially lethal items. So that's why I've reasoned that the murder weapon was brought in from outside. Yes, it was hidden inside the chessboard. And since only the victim and the suspect's fingerprints were found on the chessboard, isn't it obvious who brought and used the murder weapon?
At least it's clearer than his last testimony.
It's the best reasoning you can get from a prosecutor, the best. How do you like that?
Now he's mixing up the best and his own name.
But could someone really hide a weapon inside a gift sent to a prisoner?
I'm the best around. No one's ever gonna keep me down. I'm the best around. And I don't know the lyrics to this line. Here, you'll find a good place if you examine the inside of the chessboard.
Inside the chessboard? Is there some place to hide a weapon? As I thought, there are only chess pieces inside. Wow, what an annoying laugh! Inside the chessboard, huh? Maybe I should examine it a bit further. Oh, this is... the top panel is removable. It's quite deep. Yes, there's more than enough room to hide a small knife.
Understand now? This is how the culprit smuggled in the...
Huh. Oh my god.
Huh. What's with the huh? I wasn't even finished.
Mr. the Best, there is something you have forgotten. There is a gate at the entrance of the detention center.
Well, there is, but...
He means the security gates with the metal detectors, Sebastian. We need to pass through the same check when we had to pass through the same check when we entered the prison, remember?
Aha! Yes, that's it! I remember now!
It looks like he completely forgot. It would be impossible to smuggle a sharp metal object into the detention center. Therefore, your reasoning never held, even from the very beginning. That cage is only used on people. In other words, packages sent to the detention center undergo a simpler check. Why? So they don't use a metal detector for that. This never should have happened. It seems the guards were too careless.
Right, Justine. Thanks for the assist.
You're welcome. Now then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, your cross-examination, if you please. Cross-examination? It's as if we're in a courtroom. Very well. His reasoning. Let's see how long it will hold up under pressure.
It's obvious the murder weapon was a sharp metal tool. However, the prison maintains strict control over potentially lethal items, so that's why... okay.
Why can't I just... Why can't I, like, point out the chisels in fucking Dogen's room?
What?
I don't believe this evidence has that kind of meaning.
Is that right?
You don't need to yell objections so loudly. Just showing evidence will suffice. Okay, let's just press everything then. A sharp metal object. Do you have proof of that? What?
Didn't you see the victim's wound? Worthless prosecutor? The fatal blow was a stab to the throat. And the knife perfectly matches up with that. There can be no other explanation.
Seems they don't know about that piece of information yet.
Nothing to say? Speechless, aren't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Right, next, there's plenty more to my reasoning.
So, do I have to show... Nope, I don't have to show the dog. Mr. the Best, there is a contradiction in your statement.
Is that true, Justine?
It is not true, Sebastian. It is Prosecutor Edgeworth's statement that is contradictory.
Of course! There's no way there could be a contradiction in my argument.
Yeah. Is it full of contradictions? Okay, how about this? Even with the strict control, there were still some items that could be used, right?
Well, yeah. things like grooming scissors.
Of course, there's more to this, right, Sebastian?
Exactly. At the time of the incident, only one was being borrowed. However, there was no reaction when they tested it for blood.
Those would be the scissors Mr. Summit was practicing with.
So the inside of the prison was completely clear of sharp implements. So that's why the reason that the murder weapon was brought in from the outside.
Can you be more specific about where it came from?
Of course I can! I didn't come from inside the prison. It didn't come from inside the prison.
Is he trying to sound smart?
Simon Keyes brought it in. That's what we need.
Mr. Edgeworth, can't you even figure that much out? I'm disappointed in you.
And you've disappointed me from the start.
So Simon brought the murder weapon. But how, you ask? Yes, it was hidden inside that chessboard. Isn't obvious who brought it and used the murder weapon.
Okay, let's just see the middle part. That last testimony sure seemed faulty reasoning.
Judge Courtney helped him out. No, the argument was entirely her own reasoning. In that case, this will be tough. Got anything up your sleeve, Miles? Of course. They don't know all the facts.
What? It has to be like... Yeah, I don't know either. But they said a time. They can't really forget about a time.
This reasoning doesn't appear to have any weak points at first glance, but on closer inspection there is a hole, right? I should press them to draw out more information. Okay, it's legit pressing, wow.
Hold it!
No weapon was found at the crime scene, not even inside the chessboard. So where did the murder weapon disappear to? I'd like to hear your answers on that.
Well, after the crime, the culprit must have hidden it somewhere in the prison.
Is there a problem with the statement Bess just made? There is a problem, of course. The murder weapon is hidden inside the prison. I don't think so. It's clear from this piece of evidence.
Why?
Take that!
Have you completely forgotten your own actions? You, along with Warden Roland, conducted a search of the prison. But you did not find the murder weapon, right?
We must have overlooked something!
This guy just completely contradicted himself.
You carried out such a sloppy investigation. I'm amazed that you call yourself the best.
Are you mocking me?
Oh shit.
Sebastian? Please calm yourself. Don't get caught up in the opponent's pace.
I'm fine, Justine. Do you really think the best prosecutor would be shaken by someone miles behind him?
I wish you'd stop messing up with other people's names.
Oh, in that case, Kay Faraday is far, far ahead.
Okay, don't you get caught up in this too.
Yes, if my best investigations didn't find anything, then there must not have been a single weapon in the prison. In that case, there's only one possibility. The criminal must have taken the murder weapon with him when he left the prison. So it's only natural we didn't find it in there, yeah.
There was no way the culprit could have brought the weapon out of the prison. And this piece of evidence shows why.
Take that!
Have you completely forgotten your own testimony?
That's twice you've insulted me.
Oh? It seems you remember what I said earlier. But you do well to remember further than that.
What is that?
This guy, he really doesn't remember anything?
It seems that way. The detention center and the prison are equipped with security gates. Anyone leaving must pass through these gates. Gates equipped with metal detectors.
Ah, that's what you...
Looks like he remembers now.
Yes. There's no way someone could have brought the murder weapon through those gates. And so the criminal could not have taken it out of the prison either.
Ah!
So then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you know where this murder weapon went to?
Perhaps the weapon is still inside the prison.
But we couldn't find it anywhere in the prison.
The reason you didn't find it is because you believed it was to be a sharp metal object.
We saw the very moment when Mr. Knightley was attacked after all. If you can say that much, then perhaps you could enlighten us. What would you say is the murder weapon in this case?
From this piece of evidence, the murder weapon of this case becomes obvious.
Take that!
Oh, thank God they let me show the dog instead of the footage too. Here is footage from a security camera. It shows one of the cells in the detention center. See it with your own eyes. I'm not watching that snuff film again. Hold on. I might leave for a little bit in a bit because someone made food downstairs. But I will be coming back with the food.
What? It can't be.
What? No, we don't microwave pizza. This tape clearly shows the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. Oh, okay. I believe this is sufficient proof to be, wouldn't you say? Oh, okay, so I might really not want to do more until like another day.
Indeed, this is vital evidence.
What? Do you mean... Wasn't it just the animation of the best slapping himself? I already saw that. That's not shown just once. Horace Knightley was killed with the in the detention center. By that time, he was killed with the detention center. After that, the body was moved to the prison workroom. Our witness claims to have seen a dog in the workroom when the body was found. Of course, a dog couldn't have planned this crime on its own. However, there's something who could have.
That's enough. Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Judge Courtney?
It's true this camera footage is vital evidence. However, there's something else you must prove.
How could a dog plan it?
Actually, you've already noticed it, haven't you?
It's just as she says. There's still a huge flaw in my reasoning.
If that black dog is a prisoner's pet, how was it able to move between the detention center and prison?
Ah!
What will we do, Mr. Edgeworth?
I still don't know how the dog managed to move from one place to the other.
I knew it!
What? You want to talk? You don't know either.
If you do not solve this mystery, I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic. If this was a real courtroom, I would call for a recess now.
What? Wait. I'm not finished yet.
Court has been adjourned. Leave at once.
This isn't a courtroom.
Well then, as I said, court is adjourned.
Objection!
I can't prove my argument. But isn't it the same case as with Mr. Keys?
Whatever do you mean?
Just as I don't know how the dog entered the detention center. You also don't know how Simon Keys entered the detention center and prison. Although he came to visit the victim, he was an outsider to the prison. Don't you think it would be difficult for him to commit a crime inside the prison? Judge Courtney, now the burden of proof lies with you. Show us evidence that Simon Keys entered the prison.
You want me to present evidence? I'm happy to oblige.
What? Does she really have evidence?
It's about time I told you. Now that I know the basis of your reasoning, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
What is she thinking?
It seems you don't even know Simon Keys' real occupation. He's a circus performer.
Oh, god damn it. A circus performer?
Yes. Have you ever heard of the Very Big Circus?
Circus? Ah!
But of course, yesterday was a day that I wouldn't have missed for the world.
Wouldn't have missed for the world. Did you have something of important? Did you have some kind of important meeting?
Oh heavens no! I despise meetings. It was the animal show, of course. It seems you've realized. On the day of the incident, an animal show was being performed at the prison. And the show was put on by the Very Big Circus. So then, do you mean Simon Keys entered the prison as a staff member of the animal? No, Simon Keys entered the prison as a staff member of the animal show. That we know for a fact.
Ah! This woman, she's been concealing this fact the whole time. She only planned to reveal it after hearing my reasoning. Come to think of it.
What? What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that.
Pardon me, Sebastian. Yes, your words on the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get to the best part first?
Mr. De Best was going to say it then, but she stopped him.
How do you like that, worthless prosecutor?
You didn't do anything!
Well then, now it really is time for a recess. I'll end with some advice. I had already doubted your abilities as a prosecutor, which is why I relieved you of your authority. You'd best not forget that.
What are you trying to say?
The pig can still take away your badge. If you value your badge, I'd advise you not to show your face before me again.
Is that a threat?
The goddess of law is merciful, but that doesn't mean you can get away with everything. And one more thing, I must digress. I suggest you stop with this defense attorney act.
That's none of your concern. I don't intend to abandon a case I am involved in so easily. For
defense attorneys, a relationship of mutual trust with the client is vital. It is very different from the way of the prosecutor. In any case, you didn't even know about your client's occupation.
Go!
Well then, I must be going. May the blessings of the goddess of law be upon you. Did Simon lie to us?
It seems you lied to Uncle Ray too. This complicates matters. Why'd he do that? Hey, Miles, don't tell me you got cold feet already. Courtney Pie is quite a handful, but giving up is still uncool. A defense attorney's creed is never to give up. Remember, you're my assistant. Okay, so when I get to the to be continued, is it that long that I like won't beat it until before wind? Or is it fine? Of course. Wow, that's very long. Of course, I don't plan on giving up either. It's just my theory that he couldn't enter the prison no longer holds. It looks like we'll have to investigate once more. To be continued. Okay. Then I'll stop the stream here. And just go eat. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I saved. And I'll also use a save state. And save state as. Wait, what? Oh, that, okay, yeah. Save here. Okay, well, see you later.